Assalamu alaikum. I am going to discuss the topic classification of the reptiles. Classification of non-avian reptiles. Avian reptiles include the class apes or arthropods. Now, what are the general characteristics of the class Reptilia? They have very dry skin with epidermal scales. This is clearly visible from the skin of the snakes as well as lizards, turtles. They have no moisture on their skin, and their skin is covered with hard scales and totally dry skin. Skull with one point of the articulation with a vertebral column, known as occipital condyle. This is important from examination point of view. Occipital condyle is the actually bone which connect the skull with the vertebral column. This is the occipital condyle. This bone connects the skull with the vertebral column. This is a single bone. This is the diagram of the skull. This is the occipital condyle. Respiration via lungs. Definitely most members are terrestrial, so they respire with the help of lungs. And if there are some members are aquatic, they will use gills. Metanephric kidney. This is the highly developed form of the kidney. Fertilization is internal within the body of the mother, and they have amniotic eggs. It's mean amnion, chorion, and lentis, and the yolk sacs are present. Order Testiodines or Chelonia. Teeth absent in the adult and replaced by the horny beak. Short, broad body. Shell consisting of dorsal carapace and the ventral plastron turtles. Teeth are absent in adult turtles, and they are replaced by a horny beak. Body short and broad, and the dorsal portion of their shell is known as the carapace, while ventral portion of their skull, their shell is known as a plastron. This is also important from examination point of view. Examples are the turtles. Order Crocodilia. They are elongate, muscular. They have huge muscles in their body. Literally compressed tongue, not protrusible, complete ventricular septum. In their heart, ventricle is completely divided. Crocodiles, alligator, caiman, and the gavials are the examples. Okay, these are the turtles. This is the crocodile. This is the alligator. This is the caiman. And this is the gavial. Look at the snout. Look at the snout of the gavial. Too long, and the cylinder snout gavial have. Okay. Next is the order Sphenodontia or the Rhynchosphalia. Certain primitive lizard-like reptiles, well-developed parietal eye. It's mean third eye is present on their forehead. Two species survive in the New Zealand. Examples are the Teutera. Teutera are the living animals that have third eye on their forehead. That eye is not actually involved in image forming, but it can detect the animal or plant or whatever predator or prey, etc. So these are the Teutera. These are lizard-like animals, and they have well-developed third median eye present on their forehead. Location of the median eye is this one. Next is the order Squamata. In this order, snakes, lizards, and worms are included. They are recognized by specific characteristics of skull and jaws. Temporal arch is reduced or absent, and quadrate movable or secondarily fixed. The most successful and the diverse group of the living reptiles, snakes, lizards, and the worm lizards. Snakes, you people are familiar with the snakes and the lizards, and these are the worm lizards. In our common language, they are known as snakes with the two heads. Actually, these are not snakes; these are amphibians. Amphibian, they're included. This is the temporal bone, actually, which connect the skull with the quadrate or the jaw, and this is the quadrate, which is the bone which articulates with the lower jaw. Okay, this is the completion of the topic. Thank you.